Is your Windows PC running slow, lagging, or not feeling as snappy as it used to be? Don't worry, I've got you here. In this video, I'll show you simple but powerful ways to optimize your Windows computer, whether you are a beginner or a power user. Hey guys, welcome back to Crazy Editors. If you're ready to speed up your computer, let's dive into the process. So the first thing is to look for the possible junk and corrupted files, like temporary files, and remove them. And in order to remove the temporary and junk files, there are few commands which I'm going to show you. Press two keys on your keyboard. The one is Windows and R, and you're going to do that together. When you do Windows and R together, you will see this run window in the left side very bottom corner popped up. The first command, we are going to give it temp, T-E-M-P, and you simply push OK or press enter on the keyboard. You see this folder, select all these files by doing Control A. Again, Control A to select all these files in the folder, and look for the delete button. Click on it, click continue, and simply delete them all. And if there are some files which are currently being used by some of the programs that are already running, you won't be able to get rid of all those files in this folder. So you can simply go ahead and skip those files. Close this window. Again, we will do Windows and R, percentage symbol, T-E-M-P, temp, percentage, and then we do again OK. We have a new window here. We do Control A to select them all, and again delete. Again, if there are files which are being currently used on the device, you will simply go ahead and skip. Again, done. There's another command we are going to give here, which is pre-fetch. And open, you allow the permission, so click continue. Again, go ahead and select them all and delete. That is the first thing you are going to do. That is our first step. Disk cleanup on the computer, and to do so, you click on the startup button, the Windows logo. After that, you simply go ahead and type in the search disk, and the first option usually is going to populate. That will be disk cleanup. You open the feature. Depending on your computer's hardware and its age, it can take a moment to analyze the process and find the junk files, and this is the window wherein you can go ahead and check almost every box. When you see any prompt like this during the process, you may have to allow additional permissions to it. You click on continue. It will take a moment to clean up, and depending on the amount of junk you have on your computer, the process can even take up to 5 minutes or maybe more. Now, the second step is also extremely important to make sure that your system is healthy and you do not have unwanted programs on your computer installed without your authorization. What we need to do is we need to jump into the programs, what we have on our computer. The first thing I see, an application which is McAfee Security Scan Plus. Second is here AVG Antivirus Free, and there's another one which is WebRoot Security. The problem here is, even if you have all these applications with a subscription on, they are not going to protect your computer. When you have more than one security, they will not protect your device or your data. Instead, they are going to conflict. Do not install multiple securities on your system. Just keep one. And I'm assuming the WebRoot is the paid one, and that is what exactly it is. You go ahead and do Windows and R keys together on your keyboard, and you will see the run window again. And in this run window, go ahead and type the key command, which is appwiz.cpl, appwiz.cpl. Press OK, and you would have a list of all programs that you have installed on your computer. We have this AVG free antivirus. I'm definitely going to take it away right now, right away. I will uninstall it and check out. We have, I believe, an active McAfee subscription as well here. Wow, absolutely. We have an active McAfee as well as we have an active WebRoot security. So these are two paid securities. So this user has been paying for two parallel securities on single system. So they have been spending unnecessarily approximately $50-$60, maybe about $100. However, this Security Scan Plus is absolute trash. This is being downloaded off the internet along with some kind of freeware application that the user must have downloaded recently. So if you see over here under this application, virus and firewall protection unknown, everything is unknown. So this is trash. We're gonna go ahead and take this out right away. we can go ahead and always check how our startup is performing. If you're using Windows 10 or 11, what you need to simply do, you need to make a right click wherever you see the empty space and click on Task Manager. And this instruction applies to Windows 10 or 11. Now here in this list, you can make it bigger or you can keep it like that. However, if you see there's a tiny icon on the very left row, and that is a startup app. So I will click on it, and in this window I'm going to go ahead and disable any application I necessarily do not need at the startup. So the one which I see express, I do not need it at the startup. I'm going to go ahead and click on it, and on the right side top corner I have the button to disable it from the startup, which I did now. I will avoid disabling anything which is from the Intel. Now the next step is pretty crucial for every computer, and that is to update the operating system, the Windows, as well as the drivers. To do so, what you can do is I can tell you a quick command, which is Windows I. You can press together, and on Windows 10 or Windows 11, you will see this window directly, wherein you can go ahead and navigate to Windows Updates. You can find a Windows Update option, or you can access this from the startup button. You can click on the startup button, whether Windows 10 or 11, and then look for settings. You click on it, you will see the same window again. Click on Windows Update. In this window, click on check for updates. However, there is one more thing which I want to add in this section, that is especially for the Windows 11 users. Advanced options. And under this, you have an option that is optional updates. And here, if there's any optional update available or any manual driver update available, you will see here listed. You can manually check them. Moreover, depending on the make of your computer, you can also go to the official application of that company. For example, you have HP, then HP Support Assistant is the application that can let you analyze the possible updates. Now, next step, we are going to find possible Windows operating system corrupted files and repair them using a command process. Click on the Windows Startup button at the bottom, type CMD. And when you see command prompt listed, click on Run as Administrator. And further in this window, you allow permissions, say yes. And here in this window, you need to type there SFC space / scan now. And you press enter. Now this scan is going to go through the process, and it will take maybe about 5 minutes, 10 minutes, depending on your computer, the age of the device, and also the operating system you're using and the type of problems it is experiencing. If there is no problem, it's going to barely take about 5 minutes or maybe less than that. But if there is a problem with your system, it can even take up to 20 minutes, 30 minutes in repairing it. While this Windows scan is running, we can initiate our next step. And the next step is we are going to look for possible virus, contamination, or any sort of malware on the computer. You need to simply go ahead and click on the Windows icon again and simply type MRT in the search, and you would have a tool appeared in the list right there. All you have to do is click on open, allow permissions. And before we allow this, I also want to tell you that we are done with this Windows scan, and there is no integrity violation found on this operating system. So we are good. We can close this window. Now, coming back to this MRT scan, which stands for Malicious Software Removal Tool, we need to simply go ahead and click on Next in this window. Now, either if you are suspicious that your system may have contamination as you have no security on it, then you can definitely run a full scan, which is going to take hours actually. But you can usually run the quick scan, which is going to take up to 10-15 minutes. At the same time, if you have a paid security like an antivirus, you can also go ahead and run a scan from your paid security too. I will go ahead and also open McAfee, and I will initiate a quick scan from McAfee too. Now the next step can go ahead and look for the possible duplicate data like setup files. You can jump into your downloads folder, look for if there's anything unnecessarily sitting there. For example, here I have got this NordVPN setup downloaded twice. I've got Office setup downloaded numerous times. I do not need them. I can take them out. They're simply grabbing space on my computer for no reason. I have Chrome setup twice there. I have got many other things. VPN setup again there. Office setup again there. So all these setups are absolutely useless. We do not need them. We can take them all out. Congratulations, you've got your computer cleaned and optimized. If you found this video helpful, hit that like button and subscribe. We will keep bringing some tech tips, tricks, and solutions for you. Thank you for watching Crazy Editors. Have a lovely day.